Yo, we're back. Truanseez. This is another class skip for all the right reasons. And today, with me, I got a very unique, one of a kind, in my opinion, artist, a verbal painter, young Holland Izz.
Yo, what's good? Thank you for that dope intro, man.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you for coming through.
Yes, sir.
Truly appreciate it. It's been some time that I, been peeping your art and who you're associated with, my homies and stuff. So it's good to finally meet. I know last night I was trying to catch you up at Ben's spot, but you had left already. I
Oh
just had
yeah.
missed you, man. But I got a day job, so like, 14 hours of 5 days, I'm like hustling.
Yeah, no, hey, no, salute, man. You
Hey,
getting
thank you.
your means.
Hey, exactly.
Yeah,
I got to make it work somehow until I
yeah,
figure this shit out. But
exactly.
yeah, man. How was your perspective of last night?
Oh, it was lit. Yeah, Smiles is my boy. Ben, man, yeah, we go back for some time now. He helped produce Stay Sunny, and he's just been a
There we
big
go.
help and just a helping hand in my career.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Ben.
Yeah, shout out to
Happy
Ben.
birthday, man. It was
Happy
violent.
birthday, bro.
It was wilding last night, but it's crazy to see he's finally getting that Rock Nation money.
Mm-hmm.
I always said it though. Ben, in my opinion, was like my version of in my homie group of Rick Rubin. He's got
right.
that. He's
Yep.
got that A and
Yep.
R.
He got that vibe. For
Exactly,
Sure.
and he's got a lot of knowledge, and I think he's just the position he plays as a coach and figuring things out for the artist is where he thrives the most.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
he produced Stay Sunny.
Couple tracks, him
Couple
and
tracks on
Ochoa.
it. Yeah. OTXOA. Shout out to Ochoa.
Yeah.
What
Shout
tracks?
out to
What
Ochoa.
tracks did they work on that EP?
Number one Stunner, Barbecue and Chicken Grease,
There you go.
Penny Proud,
All right.
and I think that's about it. If I'm missing anything out, hey, y'all know they on the credit, so
Hey,
shout out to
straight
them.
up.
One love.
But that's
Yes,
it's
sir.
more than one. That's for damn sure. So
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
are definitely vibing.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you meet up with Ben?
Um,
How did that link happen?
he reached out to me and
Okay.
he told me like he was a fan and he was a supporter, and ever since then he introduced me to Ochoa, and I was just cooking up with them. They
Yeah.
was we was locked in and just having fun, having a good time, and yeah, they helped me produce Stay Sunny.
Yeah. Shout out to that. Shout out to that connection because
Yes, sir.
those songs obviously slap and
They still relevant too.
they still relevant, and it's cool that you can connect with two different minds on as musicians as they are,
Right.
and it all work out organically.
Mm-hmm.
But let's bring it back a little bit. I kind of got ahead a little bit.
It's all good.
It's gonna this interview's probably gonna be a little bit all over the place, like your flows, man, like your cadence. So bear with me.
It's all good.
We're gonna make it work. So origins. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in L.A., but my hometown is Compton.
Hell yeah.
And my parents stayed from Compton, and I grew up in Compton, but I got away for some time because my parents didn't want me to always grow up there
Definitely.
and take some time out and stay out the way, and I ended up moving back around about sixth grade, fifth to sixth grade, and
Okay.
I went to Willowbrook Middle School. I went to King Drew High School. And man, I always been a rapper though. I started off real young because my father, he was a artist himself. So I was just growing up, listening to him, watching him writing his raps down, and just getting the feel from it, getting the vibe. But he's always told me like, you could do something more with your life. He was always pushing me to do like something bigger, like be a doctor,
Yeah.
lawyer type stuff. But music's always been in my genes,
There you
man.
go.
So I couldn't shake it. And then, once I got into middle school and started dabbling with it, and seeing my friends' reactions and stuff, it was dope. So I just stuck with it.
Hey, shout out to your pops.
Yeah.
Shout out to your pops for trying to get you to go a different direction. But you're like, hey, I like rapping though.
Right,
You know What I'm
exactly,
saying?
yeah.
And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm sure if he felt you were confident with that perspective,
Right.
and he's got to back that up too. He's got to put his emotional and just all of his emotional currency to back that up. That's what I would
Right.
hope for if I had a
Yeah.
son that was like, all right, you're gonna do this. make sure you do it right.
Yeah, and he's a big supporter. He's a big help, and he's a big motivation. So shout out to my parents.
That-
Shout out to my mom. She's a beautiful woman. She's always taught me the right things and, keep God in my life and to strive to be who I want to be.
There you go. That's beautiful, man. That's great. So when you said you were born and raised in Compton and you moved, you had the I would consider, because I was in the same situation. I grew up in Ontario, and I grew up with my grandparents, and I was fortunate enough to get out of certain situations that could have
Right.
been bad for us,
Right.
But so you had the privilege. Where'd you head to?
Oh man, I bounced around. I would hey, shout out to Bellflower, Lakewood,
There you go.
Downey. Man, I was just bouncing around. My parents being young and
Yeah.
and still trying to maintain.
There you go.
We bounced around a lot. Well, not a lot, but a couple times, and I got to see a different sceneries and meet cool people, and just spread my seeds throughout the city of
There you
LA.
go.
You feel me?
And it builds character.
Yeah,
It builds
exactly.
character.
Right.
So you got to
Mhm.
experience a lot of Southern California.
Yeah.
A lot of even with a lot of culture in those areas too.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I talked about this with Kennedy. You know Kennedy?
Yeah.
Owens?
Yeah. Shout out to Kenny,
Shout
man.
out to Kenny. I want to see you fight Jake Paul for real. Like I want to see that happen, especially after last night.
Oh yeah, I got money on Ken, man.
I got money on Ken too, and you know what? It's crazy. I had no idea that Nate Robinson was even gonna partake in this, and it's unfortunate that Jake Paul, as much as I don't agree with his mental, he did what he did.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. So we need a redemption from Kenny. So let's try to set that up. Hopefully,
Right.
let's manifest that in the next couple years.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
But Kenny,
man.
I'm gonna need you to hit the gym. I'm not saying that you don't. I'm just saying
Oh
really,
no, hey Ken, he already big. That boy, he on swole.
no, and that's not what I meant. I meant in the actual, facilitation
Right, yeah,
of
no,
fighting.
got
'Cause it's
you.
different.
Yeah,
it's different to
boxing.
be swole
Yeah.
and actually know how to box. Not saying
Yeah.
that you don't, Kenny.
Right.
But I'm putting money on you, and I'm gonna need you at your best peak performance with them hands.
Yes,
and
sir.
I don't doubt you for a second. But let's go. Anyways, little side note right there. But so I was talking to him about how we got to experience in Southern California. It's very diverse
Right.
out here.
Yeah.
So and again, it's all, if you do it right, in my opinion, you build a lot of character through experiencing a lot of other cultures.
Right.
I know you as a young black man, you see Mexicans and Latino culture.
Yeah.
You got to experience that. I hear you talking about horchata.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's stuff like that I think is a privilege growing up in California, that we all get to bond
Right.
through different cultures.
Right.
Yeah.
I was brought up to love everybody, bro, and don't discriminate, and don't hate, and always treat other people like how you would want to be treated.
Exactly.
So for the most part, I got along with everybody, but you have your mishaps here and there.
There's some haters.
Yeah, right.
There's some haters.
Exactly. It's a lot of haters in the world, but they don't matter.
Exactly, and a lot of them, as I've gotten older too, I realized too, a hater's just an insecure person, and
Right.
we were fortunate enough to have friends and family that instilled us with love.
Right.
Maybe they didn't have that fortune,
Exactly.
But it's also not my problem that you don't have that perspective either too. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna be a bitch ass hater, get that shit away from me,
Yeah, exactly. You gotta want to be better for yourselves. Not to say to spread hate to anyone or disrespect to anyone, but you gotta know when to mature, know when to grow up. You feel me?
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do it, hey, by all means, it's your own destiny.
Stay down there.
Yeah,
That's the way I see
exactly.
it. Just stay down there then,
Right.
if that's the case.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, man. I've learned too as I've gotten older that I love growing and maturing, because in the sense of what used to get me heated if I ran into a bitch ass hater, now I'm like, I'm not even gonna give them that energy. I'm calm right now.
Exactly.
And I see it more of the cerebral side of things, where I'm like, oh, that fool's just hurt right now,
Right.
or she might just be
Exactly.
hurt right now, and
Exactly.
you know what? Let them. I hope you find that healing.
Right. Exactly.
And if you don't,
bro.
and
Exactly.
if you don't, to leave it one more time, stay down and keep that shit over there.
Exactly, bro. And you got to be in the right mindset to know that. You feel me? It's easier said than done. You feel me?
Yeah.
And-
It takes experience, and it
Right.
takes you gotta shut your own hater up on the inside too to be
Right.
like, hey, that's not the way. We all got it
Exactly.
in us, but it's all about which
How you
side are you
manage
gonna
it.
water? What side are you gonna water? What
Right.
side are you gonna instill? But yeah, man, that's cool. So Southern California, you got to experience it all, and then you said in school you started rapping like since your pops was a rapper.
Yeah.
You've been doing this since you were a kid.
Yeah. I was always writing raps when I was a kid. Had notebooks of raps and just, things I wanted to say. You feel me? Not necessarily it was all true or whatnot,
Yeah,
but
you're just a kid with an
right,
imagination.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and just getting into it. Starting in middle school, I was rapping on the phone, and playing it for a couple of homies, and they was supportive and telling me keep going. And then in high school, it got a little bit different. They took me through the mud, through the water, but it was tough love.
Hey,
You feel me?
kids be cruel, man.
Right, for real.
And you look back on it from middle school, especially because I remember when, even the end of elementary is when I learned like, oh damn, you really gotta stand your ground out here. Kids are mean.
For
So it's
real.
like you gotta talk that shit back.
Yeah.
Who was a rapper that all the middle school kids in your school was like looking up to? Was that like Soldier Boy during that time?
Well, it was like Tiger YG.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit later then.
Yeah,
Rack
uh-huh.
City and shit like that.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Tiger. That's funny.
Yeah, shout out to them, West Coast.
I'll always have a great story to tell about Tiger. I'll never forget. There's a spot down here in Fullerton, down the street, and Wes, Wes Period, of course. He was in a band with Ochoa, and they opened up for the Pack. Remember the Pack?
Yeah.
And Tiger actually even opened up before Wes and them.
Oh, damn.
And it was crazy because I'll never forget this fool. He wasn't good at rapping, in my opinion, at the time. But I'll never forget the confidence that he said. He said, one day I'm going to be famous. So all you haters out there, just wait on it. And, fast forward 8 to 10 years later,
he made it.
he fucking was out here, dude. And it's just crazy to see, like, that's what I realized, too. I was like, yo, this shit, if you stay consistent with something, whether people think you're good or not, and you might not even be good at the time, if you stay consistent with it and you make the right moves and you turn up that social bar and put yourself in the right situations,
Right.
and you block out a lot of bullshit,
Right.
you could thrive out here.
Yeah.
And that was my first perspective on manifestation and
Right.
and,
I was
and
just about
hustle.
to mention that. Right. Manifestation. You got to put it out there. You got to put it out there to yourself and to God first before, you could put it out there to anybody. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you always got to have that confidence and that persistence to execute and know what you got to do to know where you're going.
Hey, Holland, you're a young Jedi, man. You're a young Jedi out here. I love it.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Means a lot.
Hell yeah. So middle school, Tyga, YG. Is that where you were getting your inspiration when you were like writing your raps, or were you listening to other shit?
Nah, not necessarily. I was listening to, like, I've always been a fan of music in general. Like,
Yeah.
I've always listened to, what was out there. A lot of oldies, a lot of Slick Rick, a lot of Rick James,
Okay.
Parliament.
Okay, so you were
Yeah.
tuned in with the right stuff too.
Yeah, exactly.
And your pops obviously put you up on all that.
Yeah, he put me up on some, and I did my homework myself.
Hey, there you go.
Yes, sir.
That's the way it's got to be. So when your pops was rapping, what era was he like rapping in the 90s, obviously?
Yeah, like around there. He was rapping with DJ Quick around,
Yeah, Sugar
around
Free and
that
all that.
area.
Yeah. Which brings me back, like you said it, and I was waiting for you to say it. You remind me of that era with the futuristic
Right.
that
That 2025 funk.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I call it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that. So that you remind me of Sugar Free and DJ Quick when you flow, but like the thing with that is I feel like you get on a lot of beats that they would have got on if they were rapping in this era.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. That's where I feel like you feel you're most free on those type of beats.
Right.
you know?
Exactly. Because right now in the state of place we're in, it's just like it's enough for that. It's enough of hatred and
Ignorance.
yeah, ignorance. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the right word. It's
Yeah.
enough ignorance to go around, but it's not a lot of positivity and a different side of music to where you could get up and feel good about yourself
Yeah.
and really dance. Cause I come well, I don't necessarily come from that era, but I admire the era of people getting out there dancing and grooving and
Yeah.
having fun.
Yeah,
Really
the
necessarily,
Freaknik,
yeah,
Two Life Crew era.
exactly, like
Uh,
that type of
yeah,
stuff. You feel me?
I wish I was, like in my thriving 20s during that era, because I'm
Right.
not gonna lie, I would have been on everybody's auntie just out there in Miami. I would have been wilding out. I would
Yeah.
have been like extension of Uncle Luke out there.
Right.
That's my perspective. And I love that whole era of while it was ignorant, there was actual soul
Fun.
and just like you said, good times.
Right.
And
Exactly.
and the haters were the government during that time. They were trying to shut that shit down.
Right.
They were
That's how powerful it was.
Yeah, and they were scared of everyone, like men and women, just getting loose with it.
Mhm.
I'm glad that you as a 22-year-old have done your research and are well aware of that.
Yes.
And again, that goes back to, I'm sure that 50% of that is because of your parents, your pops putting you up on game.
Right. Exactly.
But so middle school is when you like were already showcasing your verbal
Yeah,
skills.
I was just doing lunch raps and shit.
Yeah, lunch raps.
Yeah, rap battling. But once I got in high school, that's when it really started. Like the rap battles and shit.
Yeah,
and, like I was getting the upperclassmen really mad and stuff.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
They was coming down and like, who's this little nigga? You feel me?
Yeah.
And I was battling, dudes twice my size, 3 times my age, you
Hey.
feel me? But that it was always because I had that heart, and I was never scared to get out there and let my voice be heard, because I had some crazy shit in my head. You feel me?
Yeah.
I wanted to get out, so it was a chance to for me to get that out, and that's why I don't resent those times. I don't feel bitter about those times, because I used to take all that tough love and hate and turn it into like, oh, okay, I gotta get better.
Yeah.
Because once I come back next lunch, you feel me? I'm gonna hit you with something.
Hey, I respect that and I love that, because
Yeah.
going back to being optimistic and positive, although I understand the frustrations that people have, I thrive in tough love. I like a lesson. Like you need to
Right.
you need to have a little bit of
Balance. You gotta
balance.
have a balance.
You just got to learn that that's not the way life operates. So
Right.
and you're saying exactly what I imagined your life would have been in school. Like I see you as a battle rapper, full just like talking that shit. But
Yeah, I was real small, bro. I was real small, real petite,
Yeah.
But I was always had a baby face. All the girls,
Hey,
they
there you
like,
go.
they was on me. But the dudes, they like, who this little nigga? You feel me? Like, they,
Yeah.
got the confidence of
Yeah.
a 6'7" dude.
Yeah,
you feel me?
yeah. Hey, but that's the way you gotta be, man.
Right.
That's funny though. In school, you were battle rapping, and did you have like a crew that you hung out with that also rapped, or was it just
Yeah,
you?
we had a little crew called ATM and shit. But
ATM.
yeah, really, they was on my head the most. You feel me? But
Yeah.
I'm still good friends with a lot of those guys today. So shout out to them, and they gave me an opportunity to actually push something and have a voice to get out there.
Yeah, man, that's sick.
Mhm.
That's sick, and that's cool that you had a good experience in school, while rapping, and because I noticed that a lot of these rappers now, listening to their origins and their podcasts, a lot of these fools were loners and stuff,
Right. Yeah.
A lot of these new age rappers, and on one hand, while I feel for that, it's also like you gotta also put yourself out there and be confident with it.
Right. Exactly.
But that's cool. I imagine this is exactly what you're. As I was watching interviews and you listening to your music, I was like, he for sure was the little fool that was talking that shit through the lunch halls.
Right.
And I would have been right there listening, like, hey, Holland's out here getting these fools.
Right.
So that was middle school, high school, and you said high school is when you started to be like, yo, I really need to perfect this.
Right, yeah. I started recording with my boy TJT. He had a home studio in Compton,
Nice.
and I was always going over there every weekend, spending the night, and we was just cooking up. You feel me? Just two young cats just cooking up, trying to create the best music that we can. So, he really helped me get a start and really perfecting my music and getting it out there in a professional manner.
Hell
So under him, he produced like two of my projects back then, and even though they didn't like blow up commercially or whatever,
yeah.
too much around the city, but it was people listening. You feel me? We had listeners, so I'm always grateful for that, and I've always took took that and ran with it and always used it for confidence.
As long as you stay true to the craft, I feel like as long as you cultivate little by little, you don't want the millions right away.
Right.
Because that same energy of gathering mad hype can go away just as quick,
Right. Even though, shoot, that's what you want. Because back then, I was still on my plays. Like, I was looking at my SoundCloud only getting 1 or 2 plays a day. But
Yeah.
I'm still looking like, I always told myself as long as one person is listening to me, that's enough.
Hey, man,
You feel me?
it's like it's thriving. So those 2 projects that your homie helped you with growing, like recording in high school, are they up online?
Nah, they down now.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
they was under my old alias when I was rapping, and when I was in school, I used to go by No Joke.
Oh, No Joke.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, No Joke. Holland's No Joke.
Yeah, right.
So where'd the name change happen from? Like, what made you
once
transition into that?
once I graduated from high school, and I was going to El Camino College in Compton, and I wanted to kind of redo. You feel me? I wanted to
revamp the energy.
Yeah, exactly. Revamp my whole aura going on. So I took my last name Holland, and I put that first, and then I add the IZZ at the end is because Holland is. It could be anything.
Yeah, whatever
Fill in
you
the blank.
manifest. Yeah.
Holland Izz is dope. Holland Izz is funky. Holland Izz is, anything.
Yeah, futuristic.
Right, exactly.
Whatever it is. Yeah, that's
Right.
cool, man. So after high school, it was obviously an independent, grind. It still is right now. Are you signed in?
Yeah. No, I'm still independent, 100%.
Stay that way.
Yeah,
I noticed that, through this last decade, all my homies that did get any type of label recognition, not all of them, but for a lot of them, and even just being put up on more game from all these artists, signing is not the wave, dude.
Yeah, bro. I've actually, been to like almost every label you could think of in LA, bro, and sat down with 1 or 2 people, and and seeing what they were saying. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's nothing that I can't do for myself. You feel me?
There we go, and that's the perspective you got to have, because a lot of these fools be selling you fool's gold and shit.
Right, exactly.
And
Unless you coming with the right budget, and and you really want to do business, then hey, until then you could beat it.
Exactly, man. And there's definitely a lot of there's not a lot, but there's a few labels and managers that I've seen artists that I respect and love actually genuinely admire the deal that they got,
Right.
and they've thrived in it. And
Exactly.
and a lot of it starts with letting that artist be as creative as possible and
Right.
trust the process.
Your foundation.
Yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of these executives and a lot of these punk ass fools that try to sell you this fool's gold that trust the process in the artist.
Right.
They want to box you in,
Right.
which is ironic. Like they want you to make this money, but like on their terms,
Exactly.
in their sound, and it's just like
Right. And half of them dudes don't even be knowing music really.
exactly.
They
man.
just happen to fall into a job that evolved around music, and they think they know something because they got that job, but really they don't know nothing.
They're nerds,
Right.
They're like squares, not even nerds, because nerds are smart. And,
Right.
and respect to the nerds, but they're just square ass fools, and it's just
Right.
like they look at these charts and they look at these fictional numbers and they think that that's the same formula that works for everyone,
Yeah.
But you can invest your own money with your day job or whatever
Right.
the case may
Exactly.
be, and take home a lot more of the profit.
Right. Exactly.
And that's cool that you know that, and I've seen a lot of rappers and a lot of musicians just fall into depression after they signed a deal.
Right. After they get everything that they ever wanted,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they still don't be happy.
Yeah, man. Because
You
at the
feel
end
me?
of the day, it comes with a lot of synthetic love behind it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But yeah, man, that's cool. So the independent hustle is where you're at still to this day. You're 22, so you still got,
Long way to go.
yeah, and a long way to go. But also, it's cool to see that, I look at it as like a video game bar. You've gotten a lot done,
No, real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of recognition from a lot of good publications,
Hey,
like
yeah.
Lyrical Lemonade, Double XL,
Yeah.
DJ Booth, Homegrown Radio, a lot of local LA blogs. Shout out to A Day in LA.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
Slap, you feel me? So it's been love, man. And like I tell this to everybody, like I've already made it.
Yeah,
You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah, 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 yeah. You've made it. You made it in for as authentic as an independent artist
Yes,
could right now.
yes,
You know,
yes.
and you just got to keep driving and stay consistent. But you know that.
Right.
So that's cool that all those publications have given you that
Recognition.
that recognition. So that brings me back exactly where I wanted to go. I see that you've worked with John Psycho
Yeah.
on visuals.
Yep.
And I was put up on his visuals, a couple years ago through a lot of like underground artists from the SoundCloud, all of that Ham on Everything artists.
Right.
So how did that link happen?
Shout out to John Psycho,
Shout
man.
out to John Psycho, man.
I actually found him on Twitter. I was looking for somebody to shoot my videos, and
Yeah.
I came across him on Twitter, and we just hit it off right off the bat. He came down to the city. We shot our first video, and then we started shooting more and more and more. And he's a real creative dude. He gives the artist space to do what they do,
Nice.
but he also has a real creative mind and able to do capture anything that you want to create.
Yeah, that's cool, man. And the videos that you got with him, you have a couple, right?
Yeah, I got a couple videos.
Yeah,
man.
they came out clean and it doesn't seem like you guys are trying to be extra with it. It just
Right.
seemed authentic and
Yeah.
genuine.
Yeah.
And I feel like he has a good perspective on, like you said, letting the artist be creative while cloaking the nice touches around the
Exactly.
video. And visuals are
Important, real important.
very important.
Hmm.
So that's cool. So that you got him like right before. I'm assuming you got him right before he.
Right before he hit the surface for real. Once he started going crazy, you feel me? So, man, that was a big blessing to me also to be able to work with him before everybody knew him, and to still work with him while everybody knew him.
Yeah.
So shout out to John Cycle, bro.
Shout out to John Psycho.
Yeah.
Is he IE?
Yeah, he's from the IE.
Hey, shout out to the
IE,
IE, man.
Yeah, shout out to the IE. They got a lot of creatives out there, man.
And I noticed too another one too, and I don't know if you have any upcoming projects. So I don't know how familiar or how strong the bond is, but Aston Matthews.
Oh yeah, that's my boy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know him? How'd you guys recognize each other? Because I see he likes your videos.
Yeah. I've always been a fan of him for
Of course,
sure.
yeah.
And I think he followed me on. No, I think I followed him first, and then he followed me back, and
Yeah.
then we just started hitting it off in the DMs and stuff. He was supposed to get on a project of mine that's coming out soon, so hopefully that's still in the works,
Hey.
and we could get that cracking.
That's exactly what I want to hear. Because I was thinking in my head, Aston and Holland track would be crazy, and I
Yeah.
feel like all types of brown people need that track to happen. So
Yeah.
please let's manifest that.
Yeah,
for you,
no,
man.
it's gonna happen. It's already in the works. So,
Yeah.
hey, shout out to Ashton, man. If you watching this, let's knock it out. You feel
Hey,
me?
Aston, if you are watching this too, if you ever come across this, just know it's always mad love, and I respect the independent hustle on your story too. So
Yep.
I would love for you to come break it down in this aspect. But that's just gonna be bracking in his words. It's just gonna be bracking for real.
Yes, sir. You
Hell
already
yeah,
know it's
2021.
love.
Let's make that happen. 2021 for real. So
Yep.
now with the latest project that you have,
Let's
that's
get
your,
it for the camera.
Yeah,
get it for the camera, man.
Show
Before the
show
Ism
man.
3 out
That's
now,
hard right
man.
there. That's
Yeah.
hard on the CD.
Yeah. Got repping the city hard on that one. You already know.
That's a futuristic ancient artifact right there.
Yep.
But yeah, man. So this was the latest project.
Yep.
And did Ochoa produce anything on that one?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Sadly, but we got some more heat coming
You got
this
more
year.
shit.
Yeah.
So how long were you working on this project?
For a minute, it's executive produced by my boy Ant Dog. Man, shout out to Ant Dog. He's coming out of east side of Long Beach, really heavy.
Shout out Long Beach.
Yeah, and yeah, man, we just created a dope sound
Yeah.
that really goes back into time. Back to what I would say Parliament and Funkadelic.
Yeah.
And it gives it that, reminisce. It gives it that sauce that the world needs again.
Yeah.
You feel me? That real fun, high energy, and just, pure. So yeah, shout out to my boy Ant Dog, and yeah, Before There Is Them 3 is out now.
Hey, shout out to that. And it really is. You really did hone in on that. The 2025 funk.
Yeah, 2025 funk.
Hey, you honed in on that, man. You really got. I really think you should capitalize on that because I feel like once we're all allowed to be, back out on the streets and liberated and party and stuff like.
Oh yeah, people gonna be ready to turn up.
Yeah, that's gonna be a sound that people need to capitalize and pay attention to.
Yeah, so make sure y'all turn on that Holland Izz for
Hey,
sure.
For sure. Yeah, man. So you dropped it October 26th.
Yeah, that was my oh wait, no, that was the deluxe version.
Okay.
I dropped on my birthday. But
That's your birthday?
Yeah.
That's my brother's birthday too.
Oh man, hey, happy belated birthday to him.
Yes, happy belated to you as well. So
Thank you, bro.
I noticed that date and I was like, oh, there we go. I'm big on the numbers thing too. Like track number 9 on most albums, I'm like, that's my favorite one for some reason. So I believe in the 9 and the 7. But anyways, that's on some weird stoner shit. So you dropped the original version and then you dropped the deluxe, which had a couple extra songs on it, right?
Yes, sir.
And I was telling you that Heaven's Gate you said is on the deluxe.
Yeah.
And instantly when I heard it, I replayed it back 3 times and I was like, yo, that right there it had me in tune with my holy player, on the inside. I was like, okay.
I like that holy player
holy
right
player,
there.
because it really is a situation where I feel like lyrically what you said on those tracks, on that track specifically, it really spoke to where my headspace is at mentally right now, where it's just like I'm trying to be the best to these females. I'm trying to be the best to my friends and stuff like that. And I'm trying not to be ignorant no more too.
Yeah.
And
that's dope that, you're 30 years old and, it resonates with you like that.
Yeah.
Because I was just really speaking from the heart.
Hey, there we go, man. And that goes to show that it's a universal connection.
Right.
So, like, my only advice to you moving forward is make sure you make these next 10 years count, player.
Right.
Because by the time you reach my age, I have a feeling you're going to be, really, really thriving and have a good road paved for you.
Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I'm just stoked to see what you're gonna bring in 2021. How's this year been to you though? Like 2020?
Oh, 2020. It's been a blessing. I know it's been a crazy year with the pandemic.
Yeah.
A lot of people been passing away. So my condolences. Man. If you have a loved one that's passed away, man, I feel for you. And but spiritually, it's been one of the best years of my life.
Yeah, man.
Just getting right. Mind, body, and soul, and the man above. And figuring out my pathway in life, and trying to make the best out of it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, man, I can't complain. 2020 is still a blessing.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool that you found, still found optimism and ways to maneuver in this madness. Because not only the virus and the pandemic, but what was going on in the streets.
Yeah.
And what has been going on in the streets for many years, but this year alone, like. Were you out shedding any type of light to yourself and your peoples in those situations?
I actually I dropped a song called Hey Hi, and I donated all the funds to that to the NAACP.
Hey, there you go.
You feel me? So, and I got out there, I protested for a day. And, yeah, bro, just still spreading that word to family and friends and making sure they're safe.
Yeah.
You feel me? And making sure they're aware of what's going on and, what times we in, what type of world we in at right now. And it's sad. You still got to watch yourself.
Exactly, man.
Like, around
it's ridiculous.
Everyone.
It really is ridiculous at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just that cold reality of police brutality and racism and all that shit happening. It's like, it's disgusting and it's ridiculous that in 2020 there's many other issues that we should be focusing on. It sucks that we still have to address
the same basic shit.
Yeah, man. Exactly. The people on the right side of history, we're moving collectively, and I feel like we're all just gathering the energy to make sure that we keep moving forward, man. That we keep moving forward, because we got the orange man out, but that doesn't mean it's the end.
Right. Exactly.
But that was a good, in my opinion.
That's a good start.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good start. And even if we're winning by an inch, we're still winning.
Right. Exactly.
We got to keep going.
Exactly.
With that also being said, 2021 is I see nothing but good things coming for a lot of people.
Yeah, me too,
You know?
man. I feel like it's gonna open up a whole new world to people once people really get back into the world again and into being themselves and having fun, genuinely having fun. It's gonna be a party. Gotta feel good about yourself
Yeah,
too.
man.
Hmm.
So that brings me into the live show aspect. Were you pre to the COVID pandemic? Were you doing a lot of shows or?
Yeah, I was out there. You
Yeah.
feel me? I was doing, shows here and there. Pandemic, I still been doing shows virtually.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a show coming up with this new app called Encore,
Okay.
founded by Kid Cudi.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be really dope.
Damn,
man.
that is dope.
Yeah, so it's something to look forward to. So if it's out right now, go check it out. Hey, it's off the chain.
Oh, you already recorded it?
No, not yet, but
Oh, okay. When this comes out, you're right.
if it's
Oh.
out,
Oh,
go
for sure.
check it out.
I get what
But,
I get where
yeah.
you're going. Yeah. So this app, it gives independent artists like a shot to perform visually out there wherever.
Virtually, yeah.
Virtually.
Yeah, to perform virtually
Yeah.
from anywhere around the world.
I'm gonna have to download that shit.
Yeah, and have have your supporters and your fans come in and enjoy the show and possibly tip you and stuff.
Oh, there you go. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Hell
Dope.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's dope, man.
real revolutionary.
Hell yeah. 2021, I'm hoping I finally get to see you live because I seen your videos you have up on YouTube of your live performances, and you bring that energy.
Oh yeah,
You
every
know?
single time, man. If Holland Izz is on the stage, you know it's gonna be a party for
Hell
sure.
yeah, hell yeah. And you're out there moving. You move exactly how your music sounds like. Energetic as fuck. I
Yes,
respect
sir.
it.
Yeah, gotta turn it up for the people, man.
Yeah, man.
It's definitely gonna be new music in 2021 from Holland Izz, and just be ready because it could hit at any time.
There we go. With that being said, what do you want to manifest for 2021 for yourself and for the game plan that you got set?
Good health, good wealth, good mindset, good people around me. I'm gonna be on top of the charts for sure. You're gonna see me up there. I'm gonna be on the charts.
Hey, the
you-
confidence.
Yeah.
Respect it. Love it.
And I'm sending, love and blessings all out to the, my supporters, everybody that's watching right now. Hey,
Yeah.
you could do anything that you want to do, and if anybody telling you different, hey, forget them. You feel me?
And that is a testimony right there,
Yes,
for real.
sir.
Shout out to Holland, man. Truanseez. We're out. It's done. We good. That was great in my opinion. Hey.
Thanks for having me, brother. You already know it's nothing but love.